Hello everyone and welcome to the program. I'm Sean Kimbaloye in Lagos. If there is one issue that has got many Nigerians, politicians and those who are not interested in seeking public office but interested in how the affairs of the state is run, that issue is how state resources are spent. When it is squandered, that amounts to corruption. And the current promise is to fight that. Now, how that is being fought is another question. So let's bring it home. Many times the current government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, says the past government had serious financial indiscipline and was so bad that crashed the Nigerian economy. So the People's Democratic Party spokesperson, Kola Ologbondiyan, apparently tired of the same excuses over time, he asked the government to name those who looted the country's treasury. The Minister of Information did, and since then the reactions have been huge. There is even litigation on the matter. The Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, said the federal government is jumping the gun.
I don't understand this APC government. They do something, they forget what they have done yesterday. Tomorrow they come for nothing. If not, how can any reasonable government who obeys the rule of law, who knows about good governance, because you have nothing to showcase, you come in the public, we are releasing list of looters. Somebody you have charged to court. The court has not found it.
So the issues have been back and forth on this matter. Well, let's remind you of what the federal government, the Minister of Information, said when he has addressed the press on the issues of the the alleged looters, which, of course, has got a lot of controversy. Let me remind you of what he said at a press conference which held in Lagos.
Will amount to an extra 250. Has seen significant growth in the past 3 years.
Let's just give them a teaser with this small list. 1. The PDP chairman, Uche Secondus, on the 19th of February 2015, he took 200 million naira only from the office of the then NSA under his own name. On the 24th of October 2014, the then PDP financial secretary took 600 million naira only from the office of the then NSA. The then National Police Secretary, Olisa Metu, who is on trial for collecting 1.4 billion naira from the office of the then NSA. Of course, you all know the case of Dr. Raymond Dokwesi, chairman of DAR Communications, on trial, who is on trial for taking 2.1 billion naira from then office of the NSA. The former SSA to President Jonathan Ludafa Walipamo Owe is also on trial over 830 million kept in accounts of 4 different companies. 6. The former President Jonathan's cousin, Robert Azibaola. Just on Thursday, a federal high court ruled that he has a case to answer for collecting $40 million from the office of then NSA.
So then, the update on this one is the fact that the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Prince Uche Secondus, whose name came first on that list, has gone to court now. He's sued the Minister of Information and the federal government. Well, and he's also asked for apologies on this one. He gave the minister 48 hours to retract what he said, but it appears that did not happen, so he's gone to court. So let's get the conversation forward. Now, on the issues of the alleged looters list, even the PDP has been naming names. Let's get the conversation started. I have joining me from Lagos, Lekki in Lagos, the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, Professor H.S. Sage. Thank you so much, Prof, for your time on the program today. How would you assess the federal government's move by giving names of those whom they refer to as alleged looters? Because a lot of people, especially legal practitioners, will say that these cases are in court are perhaps not the right decision to make.
Well, there are so many issues that arise from it. The first one is that there is indeed a court order made by the Federal High Court in Lagos that this list should be released. And this was since last year. So the first point is that the release of the list is in accordance with a court order. That's the first point. Secondly, there's the issue of public interest. When a lot of devastation has gone on with regard to looting of assets, and the investigations have been made, and some facts have been established, then there's nothing wrong in the public knowing, particularly when the public itself has been clamoring for this. Thirdly, with regard to the court, the fact that the case is in court, I don't think it makes any difference. The people who preside over our courts are judges who are learned in law, and they can never be influenced by the views of other people because they have all the knowledge to make their own opinion based on the facts of the case. The whole concept of not making statements about facts about cases in court is more related to a situation in which you have jury trial. So in such situations, the jurors, not being learned in law, could be influenced by public statements regarding the case in court. But that's not the situation we have now. So I really don't see anything wrong with issuing that list.